this week on a very special episode of Days of Our Pirates. Going into the 2022 MLB season, spring training should have started today, but unfortunately the MLB has canceled their first two series of the 2022 regular season due to approving the new deal between the MLB and MLBPA. And let me tell you, even as a Pirates fan, this is very, very upsetting. And there is one good thing about this, though. Maybe the Pirates won't end up losing 100 games this year because of these probably 6 to 7 games that are going to be canceled and potentially more. I'm just kidding, even though I'm really not, because that will probably be the case. But nevertheless, in all reality, I do think that this Pirates team is going to start improving. They're not going to be anything spectacular. They're not even going to be good. But I do think you'll show signs of taking a step in the right direction, and you will show signs of hope. But I'm not talking like a gigantic step like the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA took, which I think is a very similar story to what this Pirates team can be in 2 to 3 years. But I do think we will see improvement in some very exciting pieces of information and just some exciting plays and a lot of hope around some of our other players that aren't Brian Reynolds, such as O'Neal Cruz, Brian Hayes, Yoshi, all of the players like that. But let's just get into why this is so upsetting. And yes, I'm a Pirates fan, so baseball, it's always been sad because my team is in the MLB, but it's like the MLB goes on and the Pirates are just there for the ride. They're just tagging along, but no one really wants them there. They're kind of like that one person who you feel obligated to allow, to do something with whenever you invite, say, another friend to go somewhere just because, you feel bad because last time you couldn't go because you had a doctor's appointment or something like that. That's about the equivalent of the Pittsburgh Pirates in Major League Baseball. But nevertheless, it's moments like what you see on your screen, and that's why I'm playing them, that are the reason why you have to love baseball. I mean, sure, the Pirates are a lowly franchise, and they could turn things around, but this could just be another 2013 to 2016 type Pirates team where maybe they make the playoffs once or maybe they don't at all because their management is awful, and I've always had that sort of stance with their management, and I hope it starts to change. I do like some of the moves they're doing right now, so I certainly hope they're taking a step in the right direction. Ben Cherington, I think, is going to be very solid as this team's general manager. They got him from the Red Sox, and he is just such a great manager. He helped them win a World Series championship a couple of years ago, and that's really exciting to me. But this could just be another team like this, except we don't make the playoffs, because everyone thought the Pirates would be around for a pretty long time. Sure, some of the players would be gone, but no one thought the Pirates would be this lowly now, especially 3 years from now after the team that they used to have. But it's the moments like these walk-off home runs, these walk-off wins, that are the reason why I love baseball. And even as a Pirates fan, I see a couple of these a year. The one with Jacob Stallings, that grand slam, that was one of the most exciting Pittsburgh Pirates plays I have seen in the past few years. And even though it was a meaningless game, and technically winning those games is only ruining their draft stock, and I know it's funny, they can't even tank right, but nevertheless, it's very heartwarming to see those moments, because those are moments that you don't get in other sports. Sure, a game-winning shot, but you don't get a game-winning home run with Greg Brown screaming and going ballistic in the NBA or the NFL or the NHL. And even though the Pirates are definitely the worst franchise currently in the Pittsburgh area in terms of like professional franchises, obviously, even though they suck sometimes, it's nice making Days of Our Pirates. It's fun. It's a way I get out some of my anger with this team and how funny it is to see some of their plays and how, they're just such a bad team and all of those things. That's funny. But I will always root for my team to win, right? So let's just, you never know what can happen. The Pirates could have ended up having a good season this year for all we know, because anything can happen. And I highly doubt that, and I definitely wouldn't bet my money on it. But this could potentially and probably will lead to more cancellation of games. And I hope that the players and the management and the owners, and especially Rob Manfred, can come to an agreement, because there's nothing better than, hanging out with your friends on a summer day or enjoying the nice outdoors and coming inside at like 7 to see your Pittsburgh Pirates play. And if they lose, you get to rant about it and say how bad they are, which, I mean, it sucks, but it's always fun to do. And if they win, you get that excitement. It gives you something to do, and it's something that it's not just something to do. It's like a fandom. It's like you're rooting for this lowly team to go well, and you know you're supposed to lose. So you cherish those wins even more, right? And just spending time with your family and either watching the Pirates win or complaining about how awful they are, it's very uniting. And it's moments like these that you simply can't get, and I hope to see them again this year. Especially because in the prime of the summer, the NBA's gone, the NHL's gone, the NFL's just getting their training camp started. You have baseball, and that's about it. Right? You have baseball. I guess you have MLS soccer too. But the primary sport in America, whether you like it or not, is baseball. So most people say, I just have baseball. So it just gives me so much nostalgia from the past summers and just the past times that I've had watching this team. Some of the great moments I've shared with them, even though there's been a lot of lows. And I hope to have those moments again, even if we lose 100 games or barely lose less than 100 games. Even if we're a terrible team. And I think we'll be a little bit better than last year, but barely, and not very great. And even if this team does have some pretty questionable management, aside from Ben Cherington, in my opinion, but he still has to prove himself in Pittsburgh, don't get me wrong. But I do think that this team could be going in the right direction, and I want to see that stuff play out this year. And plus, it's fun making content for you guys, whether they win and they're having trouble tanking correctly, or they lose. It's fun. I like it, I enjoy it, and there will still be content, but there probably can't be as much if there's not an actual season going on, but that's not the reason why. I love my YouTube channel, but that's only part of the reason why. The bigger reason why is the memories I make actually watching this team, right? And whenever the Pirates are finally good, it will happen one day, whenever they're finally good and they find a way to win a World Series, which I do believe will happen in my lifetime, I will remember these moments and remember how bad they were, and man, it'll be very moving to see that team win a championship. But yeah, I hope a deal can get done, and Days of Our Pirates is still going to be here no matter what, guys, I promise. But just like games getting canceled, so that way there's no potential way that the Pirates can lose them, so are the Days of Our Pirates.